Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be looking at the SysK12 360 gradebook. This video will be broken down into several parts, including how to access the gradebook and input assignments, how to change the categories, how to import end-of-term grading and report card grades, and finally, how to weight grades in SysK 360. To start, when you log in to SysK12 360, you will come to a screen very similar to this. It will have all of your different courses listed here, your name, and then you'll have all these boxes over here. These boxes allow us to check attendance, quickly get to your gradebook, quickly get to report card grades, and then over here under actions, you have access to all of the same things. So it's for gradebook, which we're looking at, we can either click this red box here, or under actions, we can click gradebook. So I'm going to just click this red box here, which will pull me into my gradebook. At the top of your gradebook, you will see different categories you can filter by. So if I only wanted to look at the classwork that I've assigned this semester, I could toggle to that. And if it ever disappears, you just click that arrow like it did there. You can also toggle by term. So if I wanted to look at all of semester 2, I could come here and toggle by all of semester 2. You'll notice all of your assignments are here at the top in chronological order. You can change that order when we look at preferences here in a second. For me, I personally like to just look at the current term, so I know what the most recent grades I'm working with. So the quick thing to add an assignment, you're going to click just this bottom here in the left corner, Add Assignment. It will bring up this quick Add Assignment box. You have all of your categories listed here into this drop down, so you can select what type of assignment it is. We'll say homework assignment. You're going to title your assignment here, so I'm just going to call this homework 3, not 43, homework 3. You can click the date you assigned it. So let's say I assigned this on March 3rd. And then you can go click the date it is due. So we'll say it was due April 23rd. You can then mark how many points the assignment is worth. So we'll say it's worth 10. And then you can click Save. Now, if you're adding a bunch of different assignments, you can click this Save and New button here. When you do that, every time you click Save, it'll bring this screen back up for you to go put in a new assignment. So it can add multiple assignments at once. Right now, we're just adding this one. Click Save. You will see that that assignment came right here. So here's homework 1. And I can just click in any of these boxes and go through and add scores. Now, a couple of things you may notice when you open yours up, you may not have this comment column. I like to have the comment column on my gradebook, so I've added it because it allows me to quickly add a comment to Eric's work here. And I can say, great job, Eric. Great job, Eric. Your assignment was the best one. Something like that, whatever you're going to click. And you can save that. And now the comments there, you get that little mark there of a C. If you don't want to see that add comment, you can come here and click preferences. It's that gear down here in the bottom right corner. And you have all these different preferences available in the gradebook. So for comments, it's down right here under assignment scores. You can toggle this on, show comment column on and off, and it'll show you that comment column. Other things you can do in here is you can, again, like we talked about, that ascending and descending, so you can determine how those assignments sort. You can change if you want things to have the heading horizontally or vertically, all these different things, that preferences you can set in your own gradebook. I've left mine pretty generic other than adding that comment column. The other thing while you're inputting grades, let's say an assignment was missing or a student was absent or a student cheated. Those are things that you can normally just quickly add in Classic, but you can also add very quickly here in 360. The one thing you're going to have to do is make sure that you have the special marks you want. So if you click on Tools down here at the bottom, you can come up here to Edit Special Marks. And in Special Marks, you will see all the different special marks available. Ours look different in our district, but you will see all the different special marks available. The ones I frequently use are absent, cheating, incomplete, or exempt. So you'll just toggle those on and off using the check mark marks here if you want to be able to use those. Now, the easiest way to use them here is if I'm under Whitney, and let's say Whitney was absent, I can just press an A, and it will show up with the code for ABS. And if I just click Enter, it adds that. If a student was missing, Are the assignments missing? I can put an M, and it'll pop that up. If they cheated, put a C. For exempt, I'm going to put an X for exempt. So you can go through and put all those codes in and come in and put all the grades in. Once you're finished, you click the save button here in the corner, and that assignment is saved, and you've imported that. Now, let's say you need to go back and ever change a grade. You always have access to do that right here. You can always just go click in any box and put in a grade. Does the 5. You can come add points. It quickly up here tells you if you ever need to edit an assignment, you just click the top here. I can say click fill the blank scores, and that's going to fill them with what my preferences were set as. I can delete this assignment, edit the assignment. So we'll save this. I can go change, what was it called? When was it assigned? When was it due? How many points it's worth? Show only this assignment. I can hide it from the parent portal if I don't want them to see it. I just want it to be for myself. So all those different options are available there under that. So that is how you quickly input an assignment and make that happen. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is you notice when we added an assignment, we had all these different categories available. Well, maybe I don't need all those categories available, or maybe I need other categories available. The nice thing right here at the top, you'll notice there are these 5 columns. We're going to go to the categories column, and you'll see here we have all of these different categories. So I don't need notebook anymore, and maybe I don't need formative anymore. So I can go toggle those off, and you'll notice here when I go back to my scores column and click add assignment, that those are no longer options I have to put an assignment in the gradebook. So categories, super simple way for you to add assignments and create new categories that you need. Okay, so one of the important things is it's into this Trister, and you're getting all these emails about putting in grades, making sure you go submit your grades. It's very, very easy in 360. So we see this report card grade column. You will not have red boxes unless it is time for you to submit grades. So it's currently time for us to submit grades here. So I'm going to go click the red box here, and that's going to take me to report card grades. I'll show you alternatively how you get there without even having to leave the gradebook. The first questions it says is, hey, there's no grades there, so do you want us to import them? You're going to click yes, and what it's going to do is it's going to go straight to the gradebook, and it's going to pull in the Trister 4 and semester 2 grades. We don't have a final in the gradebook, so it didn't pull that in. And you'll see all your grades here. You come down, you verify, yep, all of those look great. If you need to make any edits, you can make any edits. If you need to add comments, you can come here and add all your comments. They're just listed right here on the right. You can add all your comments. Once you're done with all of that, come over here to the bottom right where you see finalize, and you click finalize. It's going to ask you, are you sure? It's going to save everything, and you're going to click OK, great. Okay, so grades are due Wednesday. It's Monday. You finalize your grades. Johnny turns in that assignment late on Tuesday, and you're nice and forgiving, and you're going to go update his semester grade. So you're going to come back here, and in this case, we'll say Whitney. Whitney was absent. She turned it in. First of all, you need to delete that. So you press delete, it gets rid of that. But I'm going to come here and make it worth 10 points. So now her grade. For Whitney, I'm going to save here. And while I'm in the grade book, you're going to say, hey, this red box popped up. And that means, hey, the grade in my grade book is different than the report card grades I have saved. So in order to fix that, we're going to come back here to report card grades. We're going to click this tools icon here at the bottom, and we're going to click import grades from scores tab. Yes, it's going to overwrite, but we're going to resave, so that's okay. We're going to see here that Whitney went from a 0 to a 67. That red box is no longer there. I'm going to save it again, and then I'm going to finalize it again. So now I have updated my grades to accurately match what Whitney has done. So that is end of term grading. The last part I'm going to show you is how to weight grades in the gradebook. So for some of our courses, we do have weighted grades. Not all assignments are weighted evenly. So in order to do that, we're going to click this second category here called assignments. Now, assignments in the middle of the year is going to show you all of your assignments. But if you have no assignments created, you should only see your semester grades. So that'll be the end of the semester. And then you should see your 3 Trister gradebooks. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with this first one here. And again, this would be the grading period. So this is grading period 10, grading period 11, and then this is semester 2. That's what the S, so grading semester. Ours are tristers, so I think you see T on the end, so trister 4 or 5. You're going to do this for each trister, but you're going to come here, you're going to click on it, you're going to click percent, and then you're going to decide what categories do you want to pull from. So let's say in this class, I just want classwork and I want tests. Those are the 2 categories that I'm using in this class. And those are the 2 things I want. I'm going to weight classwork as, we're going to rate them evenly, 50-50. You can choose whatever they are so long as they add up to 100. Use term dates because that's what SysK12 is created for us. So just make sure it says use term dates, and then you're going to click save. So you'll notice here that that trister grade is now going to take my classwork and my tests and weight them 50-50. You will need to do this for every trister and semester that you have. So it doesn't take terribly long. You just come in here and we're using term dates. Make sure you have that clicked. 2 more times. Classwork, test. And again, if you don't weight your grades, you don't need to worry about this. This is just for people who weight their grades. All right, almost done. Okay, so now you'll see here, this blue tells you what's average, and it's going to take 50% from classwork, that's going to weight 50% test, and that's going to make up the grade. When you're done, you just click save. And at any time, you can come back here and make sure those are done by just clicking the assignments category. And you can see all those different weightings and all of your assignments that you have here. You can also have actions here that allow you to delete those assignments from this column as well. So that's it for the gradebook in SysK 360. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful rest of your week.